recognize me. I know you don't know me. Unfortunately, there is no way for us to meet now. But I am in this room. My visage is in this room. I want you to find me, to meet my visage. This is a voice hanging in the air to tell you about our precious world, so that our story blends into visages. This is my voice, and my name is... I want to be found. Find me so when you listen to our story and our eyes meet for the last time, I can tell you a secret. A secret that brings you to me as the heart sees before the eyes, as the feet follow a trace of sound in the air. Here I am among the visages of this universe. Here, the sun and the moon would stand side by side and behold us. There was no past and no future, no day and no night. It was always warm and always cool. There were no mountains and no seas. Ask not how, but we still lived in freedom and happiness then. No one knew we lived here until he arrived. We had 3 gods who stood in the middle of the universe back to back, never spoke, only smiled. Do not mistake when I say God. Their existence was devoted to guide us, and we loved them. So much that we beheld them in the midst of our hearts and our heavens. If this room was our heart, in the middle would stand our 3 gods. The Sep were the mothers of water, knowing all life better than anyone. We loved them as if we each took a part of us from them. We would hear a sound from eternity as they flapped their little wings. It was the Sep that first fell for him. It was them who flew towards him, not knowing what would happen. Then the Tins. You will recognize them. They twist and dance and fly like fairies. And they love to sing. We all sucked milk from the breasts of the Zahe. The milk that gave us the strength to be what we wanted to be. I, like all, learned the meaning of life and faith in the breasts of the Zahe. Oh, do not fear when you see the 4-headed high. Their heads would hover around and their tongues would heal. Healing was a nameless tongue to us. This I see only now. Remembering all the evil that stroke our breed, it is plain to me how the invisible taste of healing was sweeter than any goodness that you know. Our healing carried all the goodness that you now have forgotten. All the loves you never knew, all the forms of water and the air. I don't know how you can comprehend this. Maybe Ashru can tell you with its tongues and its hair. Some of you may get confused looking at its visage. Let me tell you this. No one was a man or a woman in this universe. None were beautiful or ugly, good or bad. We all had our individual essence, our own disposition, our own love in this universe, until he arrived. There are the Kunas here. You will recognize them from their horns. The Kunas speak to the reptiles, to those with no hands, tongues, or legs. Right then, I was flowing in the tongues of the earth with this Kuna, sibling of mine. This was a little game that we played. We never stopped playing games. We never stopped singing. The little curious wing of my sibling Misas stopped for a moment, its horn suspended in the air. The horn had its own horrors. I didn't know. A posh pumpu was cleaning and tickling a ma with its feet. Oh, how much we laughed in our universe. You realize what laughter is when you stop laughing. A laughing sound was called an ah in our world. Above all, I remember the times full of ahs. Ah, ah, ah. I would love for you to hear the ah sound all nature sang like a chorus, but it's too late now. Neither that nature nor the sound of ah exist anymore. The Supyan, the naughty little creatures, would dangle from everywhere and play games all the time. Their closest friends, the Vor, would either get angry with them or hang on to them to travel to the remote corners of the sky. I wish you could be there to hang on to the Supyan to fly around the vaulting sky. Each bit of our universe would make you laugh and take your hand to fly you to the sky with us. But we cannot do this now. Because one day, the sky cracked and a being descended to this universe through the light. Seeing this, the Hulk quickly ran in earth-shaken gallops. The Supyan cried, "Run! Run! Run!" Most were startled and stood still, for this feeling was new to them. It never occurred to them to ask why. Why was I scared? They did not know why or how. They did not have such questions. When the light faded, there appeared a being with long hair, straight back, 1 head, 2 hands, and 10 fingers, 2 feet, and 10 toes. They didn't know what it was, for it didn't look anything like the creatures of this universe. It was still and smiling. "Hello," he said loudly. "I am the messenger, and I am here to save you." He called upon everyone to pass through the luminous gate that he cracked in the middle of the universe. He said this would be the path to the truth. He said this universe would soon come to an end. I'm a fairy among the tin, but you can probably see that this is no fairy tale. I will take my leave now, singing this song for our lost universe and dancing. See the dreamy traces I leave behind and remember this secret. This place was once the most beautiful corner of the universe. Remember my secret. I gave you my secret in the corner of the universe. We left our dreamy traces. Remember all the fairies and the gods and the names. Remember our secrets before we got lost. We